Welcome to the anime collection update for August. I almost said September. It is September now, and we're going to look back at August. This is everything that I got pretty much. It's not quite everything, like Hanamaru up there. We got her this month. We got her at Anime NYC, but I'm not including her because this was a very big month. So what I'm going to cut out of this video is all the prints and stickers and any of the artist stuff from Anime NYC. I'm not going to include that here. If you want to go see that, go check out the Anime NYC haul video. Also, all of the manga and light novels I'm not going to show from Anime NYC. If you want to go see that there, that was a big portion of that video. There was like 25 volumes, so go check that out if you're interested. And then also, I am not going to be including, like I said, the plushies and the plushies from the Ami Ami video. Now, I will be including the acrylic stands from the Ami Ami video, as well as the figures and the figures from the Anime NYC video. So, they'll be out of the box now, though, so I can kind of show them to you. And most of these videos are not out yet. Some of them are not. So if you are thinking, oh, I'd like to see a full video on that one and see it up close or whatever, stay tuned, subscribe. You will see it very, very soon because all of these will be coming out in the next few weeks. So stay tuned. So like I said, there is quite a bit to go over, so let's just get right on into it. Starting off with something that I have shown you, let's look at some Nendoroids, and these are the two Freerin Nendoroids that I got this month. I really like these. I think this line turned out pretty well. Personally, I think I'm a little bit biased towards Freerin here. I don't think the Fern one is bad. I think it just maybe lacking just a little bit on like bonus stuff, but I think they're both good, and I am really curious where this line goes forward because there's good things about the line they're doing, and there's some things about the line that I'm like, why are you doing that? Like the little chest thing. Why are we getting an Nendoroid of that? And I don't know what it'll look like, anything like that. We have just got an announcement that it's coming, so we'll see. But anyway, let's look at some other stuff here. We have a Onimai Nendoroid here. Now, this is the second Nendoroid from Onimai that we got. I think she turned out pretty nice. I really like that one here. She's pretty cute. No real complaints at all. I fixed my lights so that you might be able to see these a little bit better. There we go. They look much better now. But this is Akibi from Akibi's Sailor Uniform, or Akabi. I don't know how you would pronounce it in Japanese, but anyway, she is very, very cute. This is an Nendoroid that I was surprised we actually got because this is a series that probably could have went under the radar, probably could have got nothing, and we've gotten a few things from it actually, so I'm very happy about that. The next thing here, let's look at this little trio of Nendoroids here, and then we'll look at some regular figures for a minute. We have Nino here, and this is the best out of these three that I'm going to show you. But she is very pretty, and she's in the wedding outfit. Very good. Now, what makes her different is you'll see here, she's on a little stand, as most Nendoroids are. But the same cannot be said about her sisters. As you can see here, here is Ichika, and if you will notice, she has no arm to connect her to the base. There's no way to connect her to the base. You can see there's no hole in her back. There's nothing under there. So unfortunately, there's just no way to do that. And the problem with her is that we have one of these, which is really nice. It looks nice, but it just like sits there and it does not. That hurts. But it does not really work as intended, and it just is so bad. Like, this is in the video you'll see it whenever it comes out, but I try to be more generous towards this one, and unfortunately it's just not something that I'm very happy about. Is it good? Maybe, but is it something that's great, and do I recommend it? Not really. Also, the head is very loose. That's not good. Still recommend the originals way more over these wedding outfit versions. And trend does not stop here because we have Miku here. And the problem is this is such a pretty Nendoroid. The hair looks beautiful. And I like that you had the option to add the little headphones around her neck. The little bouquet on all of these look beautiful. And the design of the wedding dress looks really pretty. But there's like you're better off not putting it on a base, because see, if I put it in my hand there, it kind of has something to kind of rest itself on. If I put it on this and then says, well, I'm gonna put it on my hand, I am being very gentle right now because I don't want to drop this, but it would fall off incredibly easy. I don't like that. I want them to be attached, and I don't know why it wasn't attached, and that's disappointing. But anyway, moving on from that, there's a full video coming out on them, but just know I'm being generous in that video. I should have been more harsh, but that's just me. But anyway, let's look at this. This is a Marin figure, and this is a figure that I really wanted because, I just being honest, I thought it looked really nice. And I think it turned out pretty well. Now, obviously, it's a prize figure. It's not a really expensive figure or anything, but I think it turned out really nice. The feet looks really nice, the legs, the hoodie details. I don't think I can get this across on camera here, but it is like a textured hoodie, so that's really cool. And then the chest looks nice as well. So all around a good figure there. So we're going to skip out on that other figure here, but we're going to look at some other figures real quick. And the first of them, we have two Licorice Recoil figures from different lines. So I don't know why this happened, but they did the Relax Time Takina, and they did the Cuties Sato. Don't know why they released them in this order, but now we don't have, like, they kind of work together, but they're not really the correct size together. So they both look nice, but they're both missing their partner. So unfortunately, that kind of doesn't really work right now. But anyway, it's fine. It's fine. Out of the two of them, I probably prefer this one, just because I like the outfit a little bit better. But both of them are good. Both of them are good. I'm not really complaining there. Let's look at some Funko Pops here. So first up, we have the Puchita or whatever. And I really like this one. This was the Funko Shop exclusive one. I was kind of hesitant on whether this one would be any good because whenever they announced it, this is the like common one. This is the one that you can just get everywhere. And I thought this one looked much better. I thought this one looked really cute with his tongue sticking out and everything. And boy, was I wrong, because the problem is, and I don't know if I can show this to you. I'm going to show it to you on this manga here. He doesn't really, like, sit at all. Like, it just doesn't. And it does not work, even in the slightest. And that has annoyed me ever since I got that thing. And it is so bad. But that's not the case with this one. He does really good. And I actually think that looks better. So I recommend the Funko Shop exclusive if you have not already picked up one, and if you only want one of them. Highly recommend this guy over that one. So take that into account whenever you buy up your little Chainsaw Man line. So speaking of Chainsaw Man line, that wasn't the only one we got. We also got the Chainsaw Man himself here. I think this is one of the best looking Funko Pops they've ever made. Not gonna lie. It looks fantastic. It's kind of glossy, the finish here, and I think that looks really good. It looks like a chainsaw should. The detail on his chest and the arms and everything, they look really nice. I am not gonna lie, I'm a big fan of this figure. I think it turned out great. There is a bloody version of this. There's the chase version, so I'll find it eventually and check it out and see if it's worth picking up or if it's just kind of a waste. But I think it'll be pretty good. because this looks pretty good. And we have one final one from Chainsaw Man. There is, like I said, the chase of this one, but other than that, this is the last one I needed, and that is Power from Chainsaw Man. I think she is probably my favorite from the line. I think she looks really nice. I know some people were like, oh, I wish they would have given detail in the eyes. I don't. That's one thing about Funko Pops that I think is like the charm of them is their lack of detail. And I like that. I know some people hate that, but I like that, and I think this really works. Now with this one, you can't do lack of detail. It has to look like this for it to work. But with this one, it's a human person, and I think the yellow eyes work. I really liked that one. So I'm fine with the way it turned out. Let's look at the last two Funko Pops that I have this month, and they're both chases that I got from Anime NYC. The first of which is the Tengen Metallic here, and I do have the regular one to show you here. It looks better. It looks better. It's obviously the better of the two, but is it worth, is it as good as what it should be? In my opinion, no. What I think is the problem here is like this and these and then the blades and everything. That should have been metallic always. Like, that always should be metallic. What shouldn't be metallic is his outfit here. I don't like that the robes are all metallic. This one, the robes are the normal, like, dark blue, black coloring, and it looks really nice. But you kind of have, like, honestly, I'm not going to take these apart because I just could not bring myself to do that. But if you took the head off this one and put it on this one's body, you'd have the perfect Tengen. That's just my opinion, but I think it's so close to being perfect. But that's just my opinion. We're getting other Hashira coming soon. I know there is the Mitsuri and the other one. Shoot. The water or the mist Hashira or whatever. Muichiro. We're getting him, and we're getting another Rengoku. Those will blow this Tengen out of the water. I'm just going to say that now. I think they're going to blow it out of the water. So, anyway, we'll see. We'll see. Speaking of a chase and a Hashira, we have Guillaume here. And in my opinion, this is a kind of a boring chase because, as you can see there, he's crying. And that's it. Which works, but it's like, okay, this is a now $50, $60 pop. This is like a $20 pop, and now I have to pay this extra to get this one. That's so disappointing. I just don't like that. I don't like whenever it's a chase like that, and it's so boring. Like, at least with this one, you're like, oh, that might look really nice. Or like with this one, it's like, oh, it'll be a bloody version. It'll look really cool. With this, it's like, well, he's just crying. Does it fit his character? Absolutely. But does it need to exist? No, not in my opinion. But anyway, that's just me. And I did lie. I have one more Funko Pop that I didn't show you. And that's Denji from Chainsaw Man. Nothing really special here. He works. Obviously this one, the cooler one, but he works, and I think he's good. Overall, I think the Chainsaw Man line does work, and I think it's pretty good. But it's kind of up to you on whether you want to collect that line or not, because there's a lot of human characters in it. Obviously, there's going to be some really cool characters in it, but there's going to be a lot of human characters in it. So, up to you on whether you want to collect that line or not. Personally, I think it'd be pretty cool. Let's look at a few more figures here. First up, we have a few quintuplet figures here. We have Yotsuba here in her little bikini here. We also have an Itsuki in her bikini. This is an interesting line because we do have Nino and Ichika already announced. They are up for pre-order. You can go pre-order them now. Entertainment Earth, link down in the description. We don't have Miku, and I don't know why. Usually they put all 5 of them up for pre-order at the same time, but they didn't with this line. Don't know why not, but it's a really good looking line. Like, I like the size of these. The detail is really nice. It's like a textured, I don't want to rub her butt there, but you can see the texture in it, and that looks really nice. Same thing with the bikini top there. So, really nice. And then, obviously, with Itsuki here, the bikini design there looks really nice. And, you know, these are not that expensive of figures, and they always nail them, in my opinion. I think this is a really good brand of figures that they make, and I'm very happy to be getting these. Now, we did get other bikini ones of them in standing up, and then we did get the ones of them in the little pool float. So this is the third time I've bought bikini versions of them, but I don't really care because I like the line, so, or I like the series. So I'm fine with it, and I think these look really good. Personally, so far, Yotsuba is my favorite, and not because she has more cleavage. I just think she looks better. Let's look at a couple pop-up parade figures that we got this month. We got Lucy and Rebecca here. I really like this series. This series is one of my favorites, and I was very happy to be getting more stuff from it. I really hope one day we get a scale figure of especially Lucy, maybe a Rebecca, maybe a David, but I really like this series. I hope we get more out of them because I think they're underrepresented right now. Like, we got a Nendoroid of them, we got a fig pin that I've got. There's like one figure they made, but I don't really like it, and it's of them on the gurney thing, Lucy and David. And then there's a bunch of, you know, knockoff ones that you can get of Lucy, but I don't really want that. I want a scale figure of Lucy, and I think that it could be done really, really well. But until then, we got pop-up parades. So that completes this line. I have David over there somewhere. Video out on these, talking about that more soon. Now let's talk about a few more Nendoroids before we get into the last few figures, and then we talk about some manga. So first off, we have the two girls from 100 Girlfriends. I really like this line. I think they really knocked it out of the park with these two. I think they did a great job. I really hope we get some more from this line because I think they could they could do 100 Girlfriends. Will they do that? No. But would it be cool if they did, like, at least, you know, 5, 6 of them? Absolutely. And I will buy every one of them that they put out. So hopefully we get them. The other one here is from Dropkick on My Devil. This is the second Nendoroid we've gotten from this. We also got the big snake one. I forget her name. But anyway, I really like this series. It is, I think, getting a fourth season. They did the Kickstarter and it made tons of money. So I think it's getting a fourth season. If it's not, that's disappointing, but because this was a really fun series. But I really like this little Nendoroid here. Very happy to have it. I don't really think you need any more from that series. It kind of has the two main girls, and I think that's all you really need. You could make the purple-haired girl if you really wanted to. I don't think you need to. I think the two Nendoroids that we got really work, and that's enough. So this is the last Nendoroid that we're going to talk about. And I'm going to be honest. I don't know who she is. I don't know what she's from. I've got to figure this out because I got to make a short about her because I've already unboxed it. But anyway, I don't know who she is. And why did I buy it? Is because I added this series to my watch list like 2 months ago. Because I watched a few clips and I thought, oh, that looks cool. So I picked up an Nendoroid of it. And I pre-ordered it. And I forgot about it. And then I forgot that it was in my watch list. And then like a few weeks ago, they were like, hey, this shipped. And I'm like, what the heck is that? And then I looked at my watch list and I was like, oh yeah, I haven't watched that yet. So this is on my to watch very, very soon because now I have a figure of it that I don't know what it's from. But it's cute. I think it's really cute, but I don't know what it's from. So there we go. But anyway, that's that. Before we look at some more figures here and the big figures of the month, let's look at a few acrylic stands. And we really got some etchy stuff this month whenever it comes to acrylic stuff because we've got 7 of them in total here and all of them are a bit odd. Speaking of which, we have the Gushing Over Magical Girls set. And this set is insanely big. I don't know why they're this big, but they really are. Now, I mentioned in my Amiyami video, whenever I brought these up, is that I had one problem with them, and that was the scaling, because as you can see, these are side by side. It looks like she is further forward. This is like a 1/7 scale. This is like a 1/8 scale. I don't know why they did this. I don't know why they just didn't make her laying on the ground or whatever, because it looks bad. Like if I put her way back here, now she looks like she is in scale. I don't like that, but I mean, they're cool. They're really cool. And then we have this one as well. So we do have the 3 kind of hero characters. And then we also have the main villain from that show as well. So you definitely get your, feel from it. We have a ton of figures of this series coming, so I'll definitely need to make a display for that series at some point. Now, speaking of ecchi stuff, we have the Rent-A-Girlfriend line. And these are some acrylic stands, and I'm not going to tell you the full story because I tell it in a video that is already out, actually. So go check that out if you're interested. But these are acrylic stands that I've been looking for a long time. And I finally found them. So this is Chizuru, this is Ruka, and then we also have Mommy here. Now, I don't have Sumi. They were only selling 3 of them. But I am going to be on the lookout for Sumi because I really like this line. I think they're kind of unique. You don't really get like spicy stuff like this that often. And whenever I find it, I like to pick it up because I think, oh, we'll probably never see that again. So there you go. Now, let's talk about some figures. So let's start off with the one earliest in the month, and that is one of our Tan Mikus. This is, I think, 2018 Thailand Miku. It's a 1/8 scale figure. Looks really nice. I'm not really complaining about it at all. I think the hair looks really nice. Now, the one complaint I did have, and there is a full video out on this if you want to go watch it, but this is loose, and this is loose. On purpose. I just don't like that design choice. I think it should have been attached, and I think the outfit could have been better. But face-wise, I think this face looks really nice, and I think the tan looks really nice. So, solid. Solid indeed. Now, speaking of Tan Mikus, this is a video that will be out shortly, but I have this I believe 2021? 2019? I don't know. But it is another Tan Miku. This is a huge Tan Miku and a really nice one. Is it better than that Tan Miku? We have to find out whenever this video goes up. But it looks really nice. The face looks nice. The tan is pretty good. And then I think the outfit is one of the best. It does have this really big clear base, which I think is a bit boring, but that's just me. I think overall the figure is pretty good and worth checking out. Obviously it's hard to find that figure now, but all the Tan Mikus are. So, anyway. The next one here is Ai Saka from Love is War. This is a really cool figure here that I picked up. I like this base here. It's got the little heart there, the little bag here with a little bitty tiny Kaguya on it. And just overall, I think this is a really pretty figure. Really worth picking up. I don't know if it's in stock anywhere anymore. I picked it up at Anime NYC, and it was one that I skipped out on. Probably overpaid for it, but I really, really liked this figure. Is it my favorite of the month? We'll have to find out in just a minute. But we have one final figure before we look at some manga, and that is Kana here from Dragon Maid. She is adorable. I like that. I have a video going out on this figure and some other ones coming out in the next few weeks, talking about whether or not this is an inappropriate figure, because some people have been very upset that this figure exists, and they have said some really dumb things, in my opinion, in my Twitter replies, and even in my YouTube replies. I've got a few of them. So anyway, that's just my opinion. This is a really good figure, though. Is it my favorite from this line? Probably not. I probably am still biased because I think that Lukoa is so good. The hair on that was beautiful, but the hair on this one is also beautiful. So you can't go wrong with this entire line. I am very happy with how that line turned out. So anyway, that is all of the figures. So if you're interested now in hearing about my manga things, you can go check, you can come, stick around, check that out. But this is all the figures for the month. So anyway, but if you want my opinion on what my favorite figure is, stay tuned to the end. So anyway, let's look at some manga. So like I mentioned, this is not anything that I picked up while I was gone to New York. So anything from that video, the Anime NYC haul, is not going to be included here. So like the Apothecary Diary stuff, not here. The Rent-A-Girlfriend Japanese ones, the Tiny Senpai thing, not here. Go check out that video if you want to see my haul from that. But this is everything that I got while I was home. And the first one here is You Like Me, Not My Daughter. This is volume 4. This is a fun little series. I have read the first 3. I think they're pretty good. And I'm excited to check out volume 4. Moving on, we have Inside the Tentacle Cave, Volume 3. It's wrapped in plastic, so that'll tell you a little bit, and I think you can kind of get some idea on what it's about from the fact that it's wrapped in plastic. The next one here is, I have 2 of them from this series, and that is I Married My Female Friend, Volume 2 and 3. Gotta love some Yuri manga here and there, and this is a series that I have heard a few good things about. Not a whole lot of people are talking about it, but a few of the people that were talking about it under the replies of when people were posting about it said it was pretty good. I already have volume 1. I have not read that one yet, but it is a series that I think the art of it looks really, really pretty. So I will always pick that up. Not sure if this is the final volume or not. I don't want to spoil myself. So maybe we're getting volume 4. I don't know. We'll find out. Speaking of Yuri, I Can't Say No to the Lonely Girl, Volume 1. Like I said, can't go wrong with some Yuri manga. So anyway, I haven't read any. I got this like 2 days ago whenever I'm making this video, so I have not read it, obviously. Next one up, Oshinoko, Volume 7. I don't know if where we're at with like season 2, where that will end at. Maybe somebody can tell me. But if you want to catch up on Oshinoko past the show, well, the season 2 is ending before long. Don't know if we're getting a season 3. I would assume so. But if you want to keep catching up, well, then you can do that because we're up to volume 7 now. And speaking of series that you can catch up on is Rent-A-Girlfriend Volume 26 here. Now I am pretty much, well, I am caught up on this series, and I've actually been rereading it and found a few interesting little details here and there. So I like this series. This is one of my favorite series to just, read. I think it's very fun. I know people hate on it, just pretty much hate on it for the memes, but I really like it. And I'm not really going to let anybody tell me otherwise. But anyway, moving on, we have Someone's Girlfriend. I'm going to be honest. I bought this because I thought it would make a funny joke for an NTR story. I don't know what this is. I don't know what it's about. But we're going to find out because this is, I think, is this bad on my part? Maybe. NTR stories usually are pretty good, despite most people not liking them. But anyway, that's just my opinion. The next one here is Rascal Does Not Dream of Santa Claus. I think this is the second to last or third to last light novel in the series. I don't know if it's volume 14 or 15 is the last one. We are getting, this is the name of season 2, which will be coming out presumably next year. So if you're interested in catching up and finding out what's going to happen in season 2, there you go. Light novel is caught up to volume 13. And also here, we did get Too Many Losing Heroines, volume 1 of the manga in the Anime NYC video. I picked up the light novel as well. Now, I'm not real sure. I think it started out as a manga. I'm not 100% sure. But I don't know if it started out as a manga or a light novel. Either way, I picked up both, so we'll check them out. And moving on, we have Kuma Bear, Volume 9 of the manga. I don't know where the manga is at in the story. I know it's not that far along, and the light novel is like Volume 17, and obviously manga does not, it's not as compact as a light novel is. So it's really far behind. I'm not caught up on the manga at all. I'm fairly far along on the light novels. I'm not caught up, but I'm past where the series ends. So solid. Now, this next one here is a controversial pickup, and that is My Love Story with Yamada-kun at level 999. A lot of people hate this manga, and not because of the contents of it, but because of this cover. This cover has been changed. It is a release by Ink Lore. They are a new publisher, I believe, and it has been widely criticized, and I don't really have an opinion on it. I know people are really big about that. I'm just happy to be having a print of it. Would we rather have a print at all, or no print, or like a bad print, or no print at all? You can make an argument either way. Personally, I'm just happy to have a print of it, so I don't know. That's just me. The next one here, Adachi and Shimamura. I always pronounce that wrong, but this is the manga volume 5. Now, the manga is like Kuma Bear, to where it's really far behind, but it has some really pretty artwork, so I do keep up with it as it releases. I do believe that it is past, well, I'm pretty positive that it is past the anime now. So if you want to check that out, go check that out. Now, we have 2 here from Fly Me to the Moon. This is volumes 23 and 24. One of my first series that I ever picked up from manga. I'm behind on it now. I used to keep up with this like a lot, but now I'm really far behind. But I do keep up with trying to buy them. My local bookstore did not get volume 23 for quite a while, and then all of a sudden one day they had it and volume 24. So now I have both. But pretty cool. A series that I really like, and it's getting an anime adaptation, is 365 Days to the Wedding. I think this is a really good series to check out if you are interested in it. I'm not really going to spoil anything on it because I think it's a fun concept that I think you'll like. And if you don't really want to read the manga, watch the show. You'll enjoy it. You'll enjoy it. Speaking of series that I know you'll enjoy is Bocchi the Rock Volume 4. I don't know. I think so. I think we're past the anime now, which is really cool. Yes, we are past the, I think last volume actually we passed the anime. So if you are interested in seeing Bocchi's adventures beyond the anime, you can read that in English now. Another series here that was really kind of a fun one here that is now in print is My Dear Friend Nonokatan. It's the deer anime. Everybody loves the deer anime. Even if some people are setting their expectations way too high and then they're ended up disappointed. But my local bookstore only had volume 1. I know volumes 1, 2, and 3 are out currently. So if you want that, go check that out. Frieren here, we're up to volume 4 on that of what I picked up. I think they're up to volume 12 of that in print. So I will pick it up. I'm kind of picking them up just kind of randomly. I'm not really, dying to know the next part because I don't really want to get really far ahead and then the anime not come out for another 2 years, and then I'm just disappointed that we don't get more content for very long. So I'm kind of being very patient, as Frieren kind of, it's fitting for this series that I am patient. So anyway, one final one here, and that is volume 5 of the light novel of The Girl I Saved on the Train Turned Out to Be My Childhood Friend. There is a manga and a light novel of this both out, so if you want to check that out, you can. Anyway, that's all of the manga and light novels for my figure of the month, it's pretty obvious. It's not even close. And maybe this will spoil the Hatsune Miku video, but it's this one. This is a really, really nice figure. Really nice. Not gonna lie, I'm very, very happy with this figure. But you'll have to watch that video to find out if I am completely, if that is in the running for my best figure of the year. Watch that video, you'll find out, because it's not quite perfect, but it's close. But some really good stuff this month. The other Hatsune Miku is great. Kana is great. Ai is great. Yotsuba is great. And just a bunch of Funko Pops and a bunch of Nendoroids. So tons of fun stuff that we got this month. A ton of fun stuff that we'll be putting out videos of very, very soon. So anyway, that'll be about it for this month recap thing. So if you are interested in checking out any of these figures in more detail, whenever I put out more videos on them, don't forget to like and subscribe to see those as soon as they come out. But until then, thank you so much for watching. This is one of my favorite videos to make every month, so stay tuned. We'll be back in October to do the September update. So until then, I will talk to you then. Bye.